Welcome to a newer series of videos, where I develop and analyze fictional characters' psychological profiles. For today's video, we'll be analyzing the character usually referred to as Jacket by players, from Hotline Miami. As all the best videos start with a disclaimer, here's mine. This is all for fun, and studying fictional characters usually translates poorly into reality. Who would have known? Secondly, I'll only be taking into account the first Hotline Miami game, not the same character in Hotline Miami 2 or Payday 2, as this changes some aspects of said character. The first aspect of Jacket I want to study are the three seemingly sentient beings that are represented by three different masks. Rasmus, the owl, is represented by a deep red, and personifies, I believe, Jacket's self-hatred for his actions, and his ability to fight back against his phone-calling overlords. Rasmus's ability, when worn, allows you to easily see puzzle pieces, which are needed to reveal the true ending, and out 50 Blessings' plan. Rasmus presents Jacket's last shred of humanity, and that's why he always appears furious at Jacket. Jacket continues down his path of murder with seemingly no remorse, giving in to his most carnal instincts. The second personality is Don Juan. The horse is bathed in an almost pastel blue light and speaks softly to Jacket. This character, or mask, seems to be his self-justification in action. And, while this character seems like a reliable one, Don Juan is likely the only part of Jacket's personality that keeps him killing, and allows him to justify his actions. This character trait is later taken over by that of Jacket's girlfriend, who gives him definitive proof that he is capable of care, not just harm. While it's a bit of a stretch, I do believe Don Juan's ability can also be used here for evidence. The fact that it allows the killing of enemies with doors supports the not effective in court, but very effective in personal mentality tactic of saying that you didn't kill someone, it was merely the object or weapon used to kill that person that did the harm. Or, of course, because it's a horse and kicking, Finally, there is the neutral yellow Richard. Pensive and rhetorical, I believe that Richard acts as Jacket's personality once he dons the mask, which is why Richard asks Jacket directly, "Do you like hurting other people?" Another statement made by Richard is, "You don't even know who introduced us, do you?" This directly supposes that Richard is a physical thing, separate from Jacket, that Jacket has interacted with in the past. Something that came from seemingly nowhere. Now, to finalize my diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder, we have to take in factors of the masks that Jacket can wear within levels. Some of the best examples are Aubrey, Jones, Richter, and Russell. Aubrey provides Jacket with more guns. Seems arbitrary, however we know for a fact that the character who wears Aubrey is assaulted by Biker. Aubrey apparently introduced Biker to 50 Blessings, calling it fun. We can suppose from this interaction that Aubrey was very gung-ho and would have used many guns. This is definitely the weakest link, so let's move on. Jones produces more gore when killing enemies. The mask is found from a gored and dying man in the sewers. Knowing this mask's origins means that Jacket associates the mask with blood and gore, providing a reason for the more brutal killings that Jacket commits. Richter's example is the simplest. Richter used a silenced Uzi to commit his murders, even against Jacket and his girlfriend. Jacket, when wearing this mask, merely adopts this gun, as it's the only thing he knows about Richter. And then finally is Russell. When equipped, this bull mask makes the stage grayscale, bar for the color red, from blood or even markings on the floors. While we now know that bulls cannot actually see red, culturally and socially speaking, the character of Jacket would likely not know this, either by a lack of study into the matter or simply a lack of interest on Jacket's part. However, it is a widely believed myth that bulls only see red, and so when Jacket dons the mask of a bull, he sees only red as he adopts the personality of the mask. I believe Jacket has Stockholm Syndrome because of a comparison to the actions of Biker. Biker gets bored of 50 blessings and, ignoring their threats, finds their base of operations within a few levels. From this, we can suppose that 50 blessings aren't actively trying to hide. With another character of Aubrey, again, we can suppose that many of 50 blessings members have no intention of seeking them out. Finally, we have Jacket as an example. It may possibly be projection on my part, but I've always believed that Jacket doesn't actively want to kill, only really supported by the 50 blessings leader's notes at the end of the game. All you gotta do to get people to do what you want is to make them think there'll be consequences if they don't. I feel like this statement would have no meaning if it didn't directly relate to Jacket's actions. However, Jacket isn't a mindless goon. He isn't only interested in killing, which is reflected in the way he offsets his violence into the personality of the masks. So why does he commit these killings? Surely Stockholm Syndrome. Even after Richter kills Jacket's girlfriend and attempts to kill Jacket, and Richter admits to working for 50 blessings, Jacket merely follows the case file the police have. The phone calls were redirected via a Russian-owned club, and Jacket travels there to finish it. However, it doesn't seem to occur to Jacket that Russians asking him to kill Russians is strange, and in blind rage continues his spree, still working for 50 blessings without even knowing it. I believe that Jacket understood that this place surely couldn't be the source of the phone calls, but he still seems satisfied by the end of the journey, fully submitting to the people that ruined his life. So, while Jacket could be diagnosed easily with antisocial personality disorder, I believe that the killings he commits while wearing the masks are separate from his actions as an unmasked person, at least mentally. The only remorse I can remember witnessing from Jacket is that of the homeless man. After killing him, he removes his mask and immediately throws up. This is the only kill that he demasks after, as he leaves. Bar the finale, but here Jacket is killing for his girlfriend, for revenge, not indiscriminately. It could be argued that he throws up because the homeless man was, in Jacket's eyes, innocent, as he was not a Russian. However, we also see Jacket kill an entire police station just to get to Richter. He never removes the mask, and therefore never feels the same remorse. The only way Jacket could be considered afflicted with antisocial personality disorder without the mask is via racism. We know through subtle hints within the game that 50 Blessings is an anti-Russian American allegiance newsletter. The members of this organization are the ones who receive the phone call, so we know for a fact that Jacket is a member. The members can only be described as racist because, as we can see through the other members and owners of 50 Blessings, they actually have no real basis for the hatred of Russians, beyond quote-unquote patriotism. A few final considerations. Schizophrenia is another factor ripe throughout Hotline Miami, but as the first part of this game takes place within a coma-induced state, I believe that this diagnosis really shouldn't be taken into account, as they are just memories of characters from his past in different states. Paranoid personality disorder could also be a diagnosis given to Jacket. As the quote said earlier by one of the leaders of 50 Blessings, we can suppose that Jacket is extremely paranoid. Coupled up with the fact that Richter shows up more and more in his coma state, this reveals Jacket's feelings that Richter was behind everything, always there. And with this, Jacket almost verifiably possesses an extreme level of paranoia.